What is up, YouTube? This is your boy Fox, and today we're going to be discussing some Black Ops 7 and some of the controversies within Black Ops 7, such as their open matchmaking not working as intended. It definitely isn't. Whether it's a bug or simply a rug pull, that remains to be seen, but I said day zero with the New Zealand trick that something wasn't right. All I had to do was use a low skill account, do well one match on that low skill account to watch the lobbies that it first put me in vanish and never reappear. So that told me right away that open matchmaking variance isn't there. So we're going to get into it, stick around, and enjoy the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Black Ops 7. While matchmaking may be the main focus and priority concern amongst all the players, today I would like to go into a multi-topic subject within Black Ops 7 because it's not all bad by all means. First off, I just gotta say, this game has great bones. It's a lot of fun to be had. I mean, I could see this game really being a time burner for me personally, and I'm sure a lot of other COD fans. From the camo grinds to finding odd weapon builds, there is hope and light at the end of the tunnel for Black Ops 7 and Call of Duty enthusiasts alike. But let's not talk about the campaign. No, this video is going to focus strictly on multiplayer, and it's what I've played the most with my time so far. So let's list some things off here that I've found personally very good with Black Ops 7. Well, let's start with the time to kill, time to death. I'm not the biggest expert on what works for TTK, TTD. I just go off what feels good, and this game has it going on. It is so good. What more needs to be said? Bravo, Treyarch. Let's see here. What else? We got the gunplay. It's extremely satisfying, to say the least. Since this is a shooter, and the gunplay in and of itself should be the main focus for developers, I commend them as they have made sure to make the gunplay feel great, snappy, smooth. It's better than Modern Warfare 3 2023, and that game had some good gunplay in my opinion. So it feels as good as Modern Warfare 3, if not better, to get kills. And for a while I had been hoping for another COD title to feel like Modern Warfare 3 again. Black Ops 7 definitely has it in this regard. But maybe it's just the honeymoon phase talking. I don't know, you tell me, comment below. What do you think of the gunplay? Now, I don't have all the weapons unlocked, but every weapon I use feels really smooth to play. The rate of fire feels great. The weapons feel varied, and they look pretty freaking cool, man. The promotional camo in particular that has that animation to it that's red is just the chef's kiss. And looking through the camos, they really cooked this year. Treyarch knows what COD players want for camos this year, and again, bravo Treyarch. Like, good job, man. When it comes to weapon balance, it's iffy, but either way, it's still a great time to be had in this game as far as weapons are concerned. Time will tell what the metas will be. I just go around playing with a variety of weapons to keep it fresh. But over time, I, like most players, find a few weapons that feel the most fun and the most effective to use. Now, as far as netcode, from what I can see on my network, it's working exceptionally well. There are instances where lag compensation is overcorrecting with someone's ping in the lobby, or it just gets a little desynced and screwy. But 99% of the matches feel great and satisfying so far. The netcode feels great. Feels solid. This is just another win for Treyarch. Good job, guys. The movement is so fun, guys. I was really skeptical about wall bouncing and just added sweatiness, but it's been the meta forever that you slide, and it's nice to have something new such as wall bouncing. I personally don't abuse it, but I gotta say it comes in handy in all sorts of situations, and it's just so fun to do something different. Like I said, after sliding's been the meta for years. In fact, it feels so good, part of me wishes they'd bring it over to Warzone. But I can totally get if that doesn't suit you, as everyone has their own opinions on movement. For most, it always comes down to who's got the fastest reaction time and the ability to out-aim their opponents. This should always be number one for balance in first-person shooters. I mean, that's just standard. And this should forever remain the gold standard in good FPS gameplay mechanics. But the movement, really fresh as far as I'm concerned. I think it's a great step forward, and I'd like to see it brought to Warzone. The maps, man. The maps have been fun too. It's been somewhat repetitive already, depending on the game modes chosen, which I hope they can fix because it should be all maps for all game modes, not constricted based on a set mode or playlist. Which, by the way, this isn't how map rotation used to work back in the day. I don't know why they deviated from this, but back in the day, you'd play pretty much all the game modes in all the maps. And my hope is that the map variety will widen. Like, for example, my game mode of choice, free-for-all, I run into the same 8 maps or so, which leaves 8 more maps that I haven't even touched yet. And I'd like to be able to see those in my small subsect game mode that I know not everyone plays, but I should be able to play all the maps in that game mode. Overall, though, I'm excited to see what maps are coming throughout the seasons. They've done a really good job. And what makes these maps so good? Well, the sizes have a lot to do with it. The variety and the locations, the artistic style, how they look. I mean, in comparison to Black Ops 6, there's no comparison. Like how small Black Ops 6 maps were at launch. I mean, I personally didn't even make it past the beta. They were so small, like shoebox. So I didn't understand that, and Black Ops 6 never got my money due to the map sizes and the spawn logic, which was just compounded due to the small map sizes. That left me and many other players stuck with Warzone that didn't fancy tiny maps. So I must say, again, for Black Ops 7, Treyarch, again, you win. Good job. The map sizes feel right for what COD has done in the past and work well with added movement tech such as wall balancing. I'm sure, though, that many players like me will feel major spawn logic problems, and that's a completely another thing. I'm going to make a whole video about it because I dive deeper into this subject matter than most, but it just depends on the game mode, really. Domination being the least affected of all the game modes due to the flag capping and having to have set zones for each team. Most of the maps, to me, though, they're not half shabby, and I enjoy the overall map variety and experience. Good job, Treyarch. Now, the next topic for sure has speculation, mainly because no one knows what's going on unless you're an insider with COD devs, you are a COD dev, or, you know, something to that matter, and that's the matchmaking.
This isn't over, is it? That means no, it isn't over? Make a fist if this isn't over. This isn't over.
Let's start with a huge net positive. Persistent lobbies, which at the time I didn't think was a big deal when they had announced it. But man, it feels good to just sit there and go to another match with the same players you had played when it's casual matching. When it's not a casual match, I mean, who the hell is going to stick around? When there's not a varied skill bracket within the match and you've just been completely dominated, chances are you're just going to leave, and that renders persistence useless. And it seems to me that their matchmaking system right now, as far as open, is simply broken, or they're doing something make it to where players can't tell that there's a hidden MMR to remain the dominating factor when you search for matchmaking. I really hope that's not the case. I hope this gets cleared up and we go back to a varied situation in a truly open matchmaking environment. I get they said minimal skill, so that means skill is still considered. But in my opinion, the truly classic Call of Duties, such as Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, it was so minimal, it was basically not even a considerance. And that's how it should be. That's just the way COD DNA is. That's why there's kill streaks. But in all honesty, there is no point to persistence if they are still using SBMM algorithmic logic. In a ping is king situation with varied skill levels filling out the matches, my goodness. I mean, seriously, I could see myself never leaving my office. It's what so many of us have wanted, and my hope is Call of Duty finally understands the obviousness of the truth. You cannot punish the most diehard players and reduce the game to a 1 KD environment, all for casual bundle purchases. Not only is it wrong, but it renders the game unplayable for your most loyal fans. It's totally against what made COD blow up, and it's why kill streaks are even in the game, let's be honest. It's in COD's DNA to allow a variety of matched skills, and it will remain forever the way forward for Call of Duty. It's such a shame they deviated from it, but I'm not going to continue to beat this dead horse. Let's move on. I don't understand why open matchmaking isn't working correctly. I did notice today that some of my free-for-all matches felt much more varied, much more relaxed. That's actually what you're watching right now. So hopefully there's been a hotfix update underneath the game that we don't actually see in a patch that fixed whatever issues there were. There was also an issue where you'd go to play just a singular playlist or game mode, and after that match was over, if you'd click search for a new match, it would all of a sudden select all of the game modes, even though you had unselected the majority of them for a particular game mode. So there is issues, and I could see it being bugged. I mean, this may have been an honest-to-God mistake. I mean, who really knows? Who knows? All I know is I've been waiting for Black Ops 7 to be here. I'm really happy with the bones to the game. I'm sure many of us are. It's got so much potential. If they just tone down the matchmaking and realize that their veterans will buy bundles, realize that their veterans will give them money, if they would just let the veterans have fun too. You gotta keep the audience together. You cannot separate us into subsections of skill brackets. It just doesn't work in a matchmaking environment with Call of Duty. It's just not COD's DNA. COD's DNA is to like have sociability, fun, pub stomp. I mean, that's just how it works. SPMM, as it's long been said by every other creator, it belongs in ranked, and that's it. That's all there is to say on it. So let's hope that this is a bug, because it seems this morning, maybe it was just a fluke, but it seemed this morning in free-for-all that the skill matches were much more varied, and I wasn't sitting there struggling. Like, a lot of the matches that I was playing, you couldn't even see the player before you were dead. And I've got a good connection, and I'm telling you that I feel the netcode is good. So what does that tell you? That means they were pre-aiming the extremely good players. And the match times were ridiculous. Now they seem to be matching much faster. So I'm hoping that it was just a fluke, that they fixed it underneath. Only time will tell, guys. Overall, I'm really happy with the product that we have so far. I mean, it can only get better as long as they don't break it with updates. Let me know how you all feel down below. And like I said, in a coming video, I've just got to do a little research, get a little gameplay footage to show you. But the spawn system is a completely another topic. And who knows, maybe they'll change that as it goes too. But I want to show you guys some stuff about the spawn system. Please like, subscribe, and come back and see me again soon. I'll catch you in the next one.